In this video, I'm going to talk about design aesthetics, and I'm going to talk about the nuances of designing a Helderburg. Subtle little things that you may or may not notice, but these subtle little things, what makes it a Helderburg, what makes it appear that everything flows together, that it doesn't look like anything is out of place, and it doesn't look like it was an afterthought. So talking about design, let's first talk about the overall appearance of these two Helderbergs. I've got this one, Nixon, on my left. Looks very adventure. Looks like you're getting ready to go across the desert. You're going to be in the Sahara. You're going to run across the sand. You're going to go across rocks. You're going on that serious African adventure or wherever that adventure is going to be. And then this one looks much like a beach runner, that you're going to go out and you're going to enjoy the sand. You're going to do the sand dunes. You're going to do that type of stuff. But here's the thing. They are both the same build. And what I mean by that, the same model year to be specific. Because looking at it, you would say, oh, well, this one's newer or that one's newer. But no, they're both of these are 2000 models. So they are both 25 years old. But when I started designing them, working with the clients, it was important to understand how are they going to use it? What really speaks to them. And so when I built this for the couple in Texas, I just hearing what they're saying, this gentleman is really a huge hunter. He travels the world, he hunts a lot, and he's spent an amount of time in Europe and in Africa and everything else. This one really spoke to him. But we'll get into the interior. The interior not only spoke to him, but it was specific and spoke to his wife. So again, they're both 25 years old. They're both 5-door 110s, but they look so drastically different. And that's the beauty of building a classic Defender, is that you can create that persona, that design, just with subtle little things. But let's talk about Nixon. Let's talk about some elements here. Noticing the black letters were Defender, the black grille, and then of course the Helderburg bumper, which this is our newest bumper with the Helderburg insignia right here. And this bumper has a very high approach angle. That's why we've done the cut up here where it raises. So you can pull up to a rock, pull up to a boulder, pull up to logs, whatever it is, and you don't have anything getting in the way. You've got the high approach angle, and then of course you have the tow hooks, and then you have the steering dampener bash guard below it. But it creates it keeps all the lines perfect. And you notice when you're looking at this one that your eye just goes, your eye doesn't stop anywhere. And it's just much like dressing yourself as a gentleman. You want to make sure that everything flows. And it's the same thing when you're designing a Helderburg. So everything is flowing. Our classic Helderburg headlights, which by the way, we have some new ones on the way that I think you guys are really going to love. But adventure vehicle, that's what it really says. And everything works, everything flows. You notice it does have the roll cage. It has the mirrors with the backs are the same color as the body. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It's all about the aesthetic of the vehicle. But then when we look at this one, I built this for a couple that has a home in the Hamptons. So of course they're going to be on the beach, they're going to be around town. This is your beach cruiser. You can take the top off completely and just have that open air experience. And then it has a bimini top, which covers the driver and the passenger and leaves the whole back area completely open. Difference in interiors, difference in exterior color, difference in the front bumper, but again, same model year. This one, it was just a little too light, a little too slim is what it really was because of the color. This is a very vibrant, beautiful blue. This is a custom color. And if we were to do the bumper that's on Nixon, our standard Helderburg bumper, it just looks a little soft and a little light in the front end. So are they going to use the winch? Probably not. I don't think so, even though it would be a lot of fun to use it. But it gives it more weight on the front end, and that's what was needed. And then, of course, a Helderburg bumper on the front too. This is a custom bumper that we've done. But notice how I changed things up. It does have the black here, but then I brought the body color in right here. So if I would have done this bumper on Nixon, and if I would have brought the body color, that stone gray body color right here, it would have looked too factory, I guess you could say, or too, it just wouldn't flow. It wouldn't have that luxury feel is what would happen. The black just works better on Nixon, but with this color, this very vibrant metallic blue, the bumper being painted the body color here and here just brings it all together. Again, so as you're watching this video and you're looking at both of these Helderbergs, notice how your eye just moves across and it doesn't stop in one point and go, oh, that's a little weird, that doesn't flow. And that's what makes a Helderberg, because my ultimate goal is if you see one out in the wild, you know instantly that you say, oh, that's a Helderberg. And that's everything from the stance. The stance is the same on both. The lift is the same on both. So everything is the same, except it's the fine details. So that's what makes a design flow. That's what makes it all come together. That's what makes it look like it was meant to look and gives it that luxury appeal.